students. We are meeting after your vacation, so I hope you all are safe and good. So we are knowing that students, we have already finished our first lesson, that is matter in our surroundings. So today we are going to start a new chapter, that is matter around us pure? This is the second chapter. So in that chapter, in our previous chapter, that is chapter 1, matter in our surroundings, we have learned about matter, its physical nature and characteristics of their particles. We have also discussed about states of matter, solid, liquid, gases, interconversion of states of matter, including different physical processes and the effect of temperature and pressure on it. We had also discussed about latent heat of fusion and vaporization, about diffusion, and we had also learnt about evaporation and factors affecting the rate of evaporation. So in this new chapter, we will study about the classification of matter on the basis of its chemical composition and few more related topics later on. Because in our previous chapter, we had discussed about the classification of matter on the basis of its physical properties, that is physical classification. So this is the chemical classification of matter which we are going to discuss first in this very chapter. That is, it can be classified as pure substances and mixtures. You can see over here it is the mind map or concept map regarding the chemical classification of matter, and pure substances can further be classified as elements and compounds. Elements including metals, non-metals and metalloids. And on the other hand, for mixtures, it can be categorized as homogeneous and heterogeneous. And under homogeneous, we are having true solutions, and under heterogeneous, we are having colloids and suspension. So, in our today's class, we will discuss about the pure and impure substances. What are pure substances and what are impure substances? So student, let us begin our class. Students, look at these pictures. Observe them. So after observing the given pictures over here, you can say that, or you must have noticed that these consumable items must be having the word pure written on their packs. So how can we judge whether milk, ghee, butter, salt, spices, mineral water or juice that we are buying from the market are pure? You can see over here, students, some packs have written 100% pure and some others have written 100% organic, pure and natural. Some packs have written approved, tested. So for a common person, what does pure means? So in a layman language, we can say that it only means having no adulteration or free from impurities. But if we are going to discuss about these substances from science point of view, because we all are science students, so all these things are actually mixtures of different substances and hence are not pure. Like for example, let us see, you can see over here milk. If we are taking milk, so milk is actually mixture of water, fat, proteins, all these things. So we cannot say milk is a pure substance. Or if we are considering salt over here, salt again, so it is also a mixture of sodium chloride and some small amount of various salts of elemental iodine, because it's written iodized salt means iodine is also present in it. So salt is also not a pure substance. It is also a mixture. So now my question is, what is a pure substance? So now you are able to define pure substance. So we can define a pure substance. A pure substance consists of a single type of particles. Means it is defined as that substances which is consisting of a single type of particles, or later on we will say it atoms. So in other words, a substance is a pure single form of matter. Examples you can see: water, oxygen, carbon dioxide, gold, iron, etc. These are the examples of pure substance. In the picture given over here, you can also see all these are pure substances. You must have remembered the mind map which I have shown you in the beginning of the class. So all the metals, all the non-metals, all the metalloids, means all the elements and compounds are pure substances. So about rock salt, you are knowing it is NaCl. Pyrite is also a naturally occurring mineral. You will be learning later on regarding iron pyrite formula, copper pyrites, and all those things. It is compound. Gold is an element. Copper sulfate again is a compound. Mercury is an element. Sugar is again a compound. Sulfur is an element. So all these elements and compounds comes under the category of pure substances. We will discuss later on in details about elements and compounds. So now about the characteristics of pure substances. First one, fixed composition. Means all the pure substances are having fixed composition. They are made up of only one kind of particles. They are also having distinct properties. Means they are having unique properties. We are knowing the exact composition of the pure substances. So whenever we are doing any chemical reaction with these pure substances, the products are predictable. Further, it cannot be separated into simpler substances by physical methods. It means that pure substances cannot be separated into simpler particles by simple physical methods. For separating them, we need to use some chemical methods. Moving further, properties do not vary one sample to another sample. It means, suppose you are having copper sulfate crystals with you and your friend is also having copper sulfate crystals with him, then the properties of both the crystals do not vary if you are living in Patna and if you are living in Delhi. The properties don't vary. So these are the characteristics of pure substances. There are few more characteristics, like they are having fixed melting or boiling point. So moving further, I hope it is clear. So moving further towards the impure substances. So what are impure substances? An impure substance is made up of more than one kind of particles. Just now we had discussed about pure substances. So on the other hand, an impure substance is made up of more than one kind of particles. For example, you can see over here chocolate milk, apple pie, nachos. You must have eaten this nachos if you are living in some cities. Okay, it's a Mexican dish. Okay, so just now I am showing you that these are the examples of impure substances. Means these are made up of more than one kind of particles, like jewelries as well. Okay, so these are the examples of impure substances. So moving further towards the properties. Before properties, mixtures. I have written here mixture words. Means impure substances are also known as mixtures. We can call all these examples as impure substances as well, because mixtures are also constituted by more than one kind of pure form of matter. So either we can call it impure substances or we can call it mixtures. So for example, salt solution, soil, air, alloys, milk, oil in water, etc. Examples you can see over here. Granite, it is also a mixture. It is also consisting of more than one kind of substances. Copper sulfate and water, both of them is forming a mixture or impure substances. And plum iodide and water, these are the medicines having so many compositions, so means containing so many chemicals. Oil and water, different solutions as well. Okay, so these are the impure substances. So now let's discuss about the properties of impure substances or mixtures. So first of all, it is having no fixed formula, because we are knowing it is made up of more than one kind of particles. So like oil and water, both are combining together and forming mixture. They can be mixed in any ratio, means it is not fixed. Suppose if you are drinking chocolate milk, in which if you need more amount of chocolate and someone other, your sister needs less amount of chocolate, prefer less amount of chocolate, then the ratio of mixing, combining milk and chocolate of both of your drinks must be different. So still both are mixtures, so they can be mixed in any ratio. Further, the properties of the mixtures are the properties of its constituents. Means we are knowing that whatever be the properties of the mixtures are the properties of its constituents. Means whatever the mixture is made up of, the properties of the mixture will be the same. Now, constituents can be easily separated by physical methods like heating, drying, crystallization, distillation, etc. We are knowing that mixtures can easily be separated by these simple physical methods. If we are going to use the simple physical method, we are able to separate the mixtures. So mixture can be either homogeneous or heterogeneous. So these are few properties of impure substances. We will learn more about pure substances regarding elements and compounds in our next class, and we will also learn about mixtures, about homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixture in our later on classes. Students, today we have discussed only about the classification of matter on the basis of chemical composition, that is pure substances and mixtures, or we can say it impure substances. Thank you, students.